Want to learn more about mixing and mastering house music? This series is for you. Yes, we've got the Mix from Scratch series, and today's video is all about gainstaging and housekeeping. How do we start a mixdown? Because a mixdown in itself is a big, long process, and we need to start as we mean to go on. So please watch this video. This is a really important step to getting a good mix, whether you're mixing your own music or someone else's. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this with a friend who needs to learn more about this topic. And yeah, hope you enjoy.
Boom! Yes, you lot. We're back. The collab with Amari. Still don't know what we're calling this one, but let's mix it down. Let's not waste any time. So, with this track, I'm really liking the synths. The synths are going to be what stands out, and there's a few like drum hits and like fills that really characterize the track, as well as like the bass line and the M1. So it's a very synthy kind of track is what I'm trying to get at. It's very melodic. So that's going to be our focus. So that's where we're going to start. So what are our 5 key elements? What are the 5 elements within this track that without these 5 elements, the track will flop? Let me just clean up the project a little bit. So the first thing I will do is make all of our buses and sends just to make life easier. So we want, first of all, our drum reverb send. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the way I mix down. So some of this might be, really helpful for you and it might teach you a bit. Other stuff you might disagree with. That's fine. Let me know if you disagree with any of it. But do keep that in mind that everyone has their own mixing techniques and everyone has their own sort of method of really, getting a clear and coherent mix. So, synth verb. Just for a bit of context, that microvox is basically a vocal reverb send, like the drum verb, like the synth verb, but with a micro shift on there. Now what this will do is slightly make 2 separate versions of the original signal and detune them really left and really right, so you get a wider feeling vocal, and it's a really nice send. And then if you put a bit of reverb on it, it basically becomes a really nice wide reverb that makes the vocal feel like that there's extra singers there. So yeah, now that we've got them 3 set up nicely, oh no, we've already got a synth send, don't we? Alright. Yeah, no, get rid of that because we don't actually need that. Let's make our proper ones. So, low end. So yeah, when I do mixdowns, I kind of do it in this sort of order. And with these colours too. I would recommend colorizing what you're doing just to make... It's just nice to look at when everything's coloured properly. Synth... Oh no, synth bus is already made. Vox bus. And FX bus. So yeah, cool. Dock that to the middle. Dock these to the right. And yeah. Yeah, just leave that like that for now. Cool. Let's get into it. So, let's loop a section of the track where it's quite busy. This section here. It's got quite a lot of just everything that goes on in the track. So yeah. What are our 5 key elements? Well, the kick. So, I'm going to turn everything down. Literally everything. And turn up the key elements. Hang on. Am I the only one hearing that? We'll roll with it for now because I don't think that's affecting the overall quality of the track, but we'll find out as the mix goes on. Okay, let's anchor our kick at about -9. Let's bring our bass line in. going to turn it to mono as well, just to make sure that all the main elements need to hit in mono really well. Otherwise, on a big sound system, your main elements will get lost, and you don't want that. So let's turn it into mono by doing that, 100% merged. And let's turn up our 5, or our perceived 5 main elements. So these two combined will perceive to be one element. So let's keep that in mind. Cool. I'm liking that. I think obviously these two need a bit of EQ work just to help balance them out and give them their own space. But for now, it's not that on the worst. What else is quite important in the track? These fills. Or the ride, actually. Yeah, let's do the ride first. Shout out the freeway once again. Now let's do these fills. Yeah, that one's nice. Turn this one that's adding a lot of character to the drums, so I do want that somewhat louder. So it's always important to have a hat that's going down the middle, and it's really strong in mono, because that open hat that I've got isn't really the strongest in mono, but it is still a very frequency-rich sound. So if you've got this one main hat in the middle kind of grounding the hats, you're onto a winner. I just remembered that's the hat group. We don't want that. Oh, is that the... let's see where we could find that. Again, don't really want it overpowering because it is supposed to sit in the background of those synths that really are the main drivers of the track. Sorry, that might have clipped really badly for you lot then. My bad. Want to make sure that's sounding sweet in mono, 100%, because on the dance floor it just will not hit the same. Cool, so we've got good levels, we're gain staging properly. I'd kind of gain stage like when I drag the samples in. When I say gain staging, I mean just making sure that there's about 6 to 9 decibels headroom per stem, probably a bit more, maybe 9 to 12 decibels headroom per stem. So it's making sure that, so let's give an example. How much headroom is on this? There is about roughly like 12 to 15 decibels headroom before we get to 0. You want to make sure all your elements aren't really going above 9. Ideally, you want your kick to be at 9 and everything else to be somewhere between when you're gain staging. So yeah, that's really important. Otherwise, by the time it comes to mixing down, everything's clipping and it might just throw your whole mixing decisions off. Hang on, there's a hat here that's not even been... missing the snare roll. going to send everything through their buses now. Just to keep things simple, but we will make buses within buses. So bear with on that front. But for now, let's just do this so that we kind of understand what levels we're talking. Yep, they're already through. That's fine. Oh, did I not even put these up?